8 out of 12.
8 out of 12 is pretty high. That's
Well,
pretty.
Why are you doing out of 12? It's such an inconvenient.
Yeah, but
7.5 out of 10.
As long as it's even.
No.
No, 6.6 out of 10.
we don't do it at 10s here.
Yeah, but now we're doing a 6.6. That's a lot of work.
12 gives you the extra 2. 12 gives you the extra 2 step because on a conventional 1 to 10 system, 10 should be very rarely used. You know,
Right.
It has to be perfect to be a 10.
There's no difference though.
And
between 10 and 12.
That's a good point.
And I feel like I feel like some things deserve a 10, but there should be something that almost goes past the scale, and that's what the 11 and 12
That's
are for.
really dumb.
Well, luckily
really
you're
dumb.
not making the scale, so
Also,
shut
Dave,
the fuck up.
Dave Portnoy also says 6.6 is not dumb because Dave Portnoy also says that any you give an even number like that, like on a 0, it's a rookie rating.
Rookie rating.
Rookie rating.
You guys haven't even heard my rating yet. I'm saying out of 15.
Oh, that's
I'm
a good
doing
option
an
too.
odd
Even
number.
dumber.
An
That's a good
odd
option,
number.
too.
Now we got 5s. I could make a 10, and it's still not that great. So you guys could all suck
Yeah,
it.
that's a good point because now you can go by 5s. You basically have a bad, medium, and great section.
Yeah, and
within itself.
and it's mini grades inside of other
Right,
little
which
grades.
you could also do with 10, but sure. also,
But then
10 out of,
no one wants points.
I want a 10.
No one
I
wants
do.
points.
I
Who
would
wants
take a 10.
What's
points?
wrong with a point? I don't understand the problem.
Everybody, it's human instinct to love whole integers. Who doesn't
that
love
human
who
instinct?
doesn't
Is that human
who
instinct?
doesn't love whole integers?
I mean, I like whole integers, so
I like
I don't
whole
know if
integers
I'm
as well.
part of the majority here. I appreciate
Who
whole
doesn't like whole
well,
integers?
First of all, mixed numbers suck. Those are stupid.
Yeah, I mean points are
Danny
just,
doesn't know what a mixed number
they're,
is.
they're unnecessarily confusing.
Danny's
Whole
never heard of
integer crew right here.
I'm with you. I got you.
Nothing wrong with the decimal point.
as you know, as most boys did growing up, we all had a rating system for girls, and which 7.5, 8.5, very common ratings to give out.
And you know what else is
6.5.
6 a 5, like being rated a 5 to 7 isn't that bad.
But it is.
But I feel like it's not that
It's
bad.
still above average.
Well, first, it's above average, so I'll take that anywhere I could get.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, 9s and 10s are it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
It's on the TV. You
They're
know,
unicorns.
I think people don't understand that. It's like, oh, I went home with a 9 last night. I guarantee.
No.
You
Nines
couldn't have.
definitely
I guarantee
exist.
you couldn't have been in a place where a 9 was.
No, that's not true.
A liberal.
Nine-
It's like a liberal 9 though. It was probably like an 8, but you haven't
Wouldn't-
seen them.
Wouldn't 9 just mean you're in the top 10th percentile of a
You're
attractive woman?
You're going way too math here, but yes, I think
That's
so.
literally what it means.
Especially,
Way too bad.
especially for attractiveness, this scale is outdated, antiquated, and dumb. First of all, there's a whole bunch of reasons. To accurately articulate a scale of attractiveness, you'd have to at least go to the second decimal point, at the very least.
Like 8.82.
Yeah. There is no way you can do that with what do you have if you just go by first single points? You have 100 numbers to choose from.
I think-
Not-
Yeah, that's
you
pretty-
can no.
I think
know.
I think you definitely keep it to the 10th.
Wow,
Like,
I don't think you have to get more specific than to the 100th.
yeah, it's like because now
I
I
think
can't.
I think you're rating with too broad of a brush.
But I can't picture the difference between someone who looks like an 8.82 and an 8.81.
This is
I don't know
nuclear
the-
physics. We don't need.
That's someone you lack vision, I suppose.
It's like, their nose is like a 1/10 of a degree more
Yeah,
straight.
or it's like they managed to trim their eyebrows that day. That's
Listen.
not even natural.
These are the things, the human scale of attractiveness is so incredibly complex and articulate, and we have to reflect that
I
in our
don't agree with
scales.
that.
I don't agree.
And we have to
It's-
reflect that in our
it's-
scales. The fact that we belittle
pretty
ourselves. Most
arbitrary.
people belittle ourselves to just whole integers and halves. Out of 10,
I feel like
I mean,
that's rookie.
how can you put a human being on a scale of 10 and halves? It just doesn't make any sense.
You know why you round it up to integers? You can't do exact points because it's almost like an average. Everyone's is different. We could all four of us look at
Yeah,
the same.
exactly.
All four of us could look at the same person and all give a slightly different answer, and that's why it's wholes and halves because we have to average all our answers.
Which, by the way, it could be like I think it could be more than slightly different. I'd say some cases it's like 2-point difference. What
Yeah.
I would find attractive and you would find. She'd be an 8 to me and a 6 to you, or
Yeah.
vice versa.
That's why the people who
It's a 7.
That's why the people get so caught up on, oh, I need to date a 9. I need to date a 10. Oh, I'm not gonna even talk to this person because I don't consider her attractive enough to be an 8. Even though if you actually finally bagged a 9, all your friends could be like, oh, she's a 5, and you go, what the fuck is happening?
Also, to be fair, really, if we're actually charting attractiveness, we should also be charting on a graph. It should be the x-axis is attractiveness and the y-axis is personality, and that truly where they intersect. That's the real number.
That's too
I
much.
can't fuck someone's personality.
Yeah, that would take too much.
That's-
That would take too
that's-
much time. You
that's-
need another.
And you get
need-
to know them now.
You need a. Yeah, I don't want to know them. You need
That's-
another graph for how
that's-
long you've been in it.
That's the real number, and on that scale, we can settle for the 10-point scale because together they provide a more accurate reading.
The government needs to give you a grant so you could get a team together.
Yeah, you gotta be
these
in a
are
lab.
these are very. I mean, there's whole quadrants of that graph, by the way, that are untouchable.
What does that mean?
The bottom left quadrant, you don't want to go if they're the bottom left quadrant would be anyone below a 5 on both attractiveness and personality.
So what is that, like a newborn?
That no.
Like
what?
newborns?
What? Excuse me.
Like newborns are fucking ugly as shit and they have no personality. I'm not gonna hang out with a newborn.
Well, I mean, I didn't think we had to put the memo out, but the attractiveness rating is over 18, Antonio, first of all.
oh, I didn't know. we were going there.
But no, there are plenty of people who are below 5s and then below 5 on personality as well. And those are sad people, you know? I mean, at least the people I would like to think the people that we're friends with, at least, maybe what we lack in
Here we go.
image.
Yeah, here we go.
What we lack in physical attractiveness, we make up for in the fact that at least most of us are pretty funny.
Not on someone else's scale who's rating
I was
us out of
just about
20.
to say, and also like, there are plenty of people who I think there are people who think we're funny, and I think there are plenty of people who would hate us.
Yeah.
And we'd be below 5 on the
That's
on that
just
one
true.
too.
And that's the way of the road.
That's life. You can't appease to everybody.
You can't appease to the unappeasable.
fuck 'em.
Fuck them.